This program is intended for immature audiences.
Welcome to the Northern Union Vape Show. It is a Sunday night. It's time for a little bit of chatting. We have got a special guest on tonight, which is N.U.V.S at Faction E-Liquids. So we're getting to know him. We've also got Hanky that didn't realise that we're coming into, we were doing the intro and then decided to say, is nobody talking? No, it's the intro. We're quiet.
Oh, I got told off.
You've only got to be quiet for 2 seconds. Do you know what I mean?
I know. I see that. I just noticed.
And now he's suddenly a rabbit. He's found his little avatar buttons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who's got on tonight is myself, Benny Vapes. You've got the one and only Hanky Panky over there. We've got.
He's changed his name. He's changed his name.
Well, I can't see because I've dropped it down, mate, so I can't see.
It's now Hanky Panky Poo Bags.
Oh, Hanky Panky Poo Bags, there you go. We've also got JP Gardner just down there. We've got the return of Graham. We're unsure which Graham we've got. We think we've got Graham 1 or 2 because he's had it every weekend, so we won't be getting Graham 43 or that. And also we've got our special guest, which is N.U.V.S from Faction E-Liquids. If you are in chat, just have a look at the top and see if you're in Twat chat. If you are in Twat chat, swap it over to live chat and you'll keep up with everything we are doing. Right, I can pop you up now. I can pop you up.
There we go.
There we go. And I can see you. I can see your beautiful faces. There we go. So, you all all right? You all doing all right?
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It's good to have you on, Lewis. I know you rushed back. I'm guessing Dispergo are working you really hard.
No, I was at my partner's house eating pizza. And I looked at the phone and I was like, oh no, I should have time. Go, quick. So I was eating pizza while driving. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. Then got stuck in traffic. I was like, yep, this is going well.
It's usual thing when you're late, isn't it?
Yeah. The computer was having a meltdown and everything. It's like, no, I don't want to load.
Well, at least you turned up, not like proper coils on the proper vape show, where they had Grim Green not on.
Oh.
I think he had shed time.
Yeah, Mr. Grim Green was supposed to be on, and he had dangle clacks apparently, so he didn't turn up.
Yep.
Oh.
So you're doing better than Grim.
Okay, that's good.
So what I'll do is we'll go around and see what everybody's vaping on. We'll start with Miss Hanky. What are you vaping on, please?
I am vaping on, as usual, my Lux X's. And in there, I'm on some Dino, which is nearly out. It's the Frozen Raspberry Raptor. I think it's the new one. I'm also on some of these bar salts as well, bar series salts. And I'm also on, which I've been on, and it's been in here all week, Lewis, because I've shown it on the other shows. It's not just for you. That's from Factions E-Liquids. That's Exotic Passion, and I'm on that on my new Dovpo.
Ooh,
The one that you wanted, Lewis.
Yeah.
It arrived.
I wanted.
It arrived. No squonk bottles are in the box.
Oh.
They never came with squonk bottles, did they?
They did.
No, they
They
didn't.
did. They did.
No,
Oh my
mine
God.
Mine's got a square spot.
No,
bottle.
it's
Two
not-
squonk
no.
bottles.
Apparently, you had to take them out. Some of them you had to take them out, so they were adding extra. So you got them
Right.
sent out extra. There wasn't. It's when all TPD came in, when they said you couldn't have. So they took them out of the box, and you got
Yeah,
them.
'cause
As,
all the
you
other
got them
one-
as,
All my other ones, the other three, I've got two squonk bottles in each box, but this must be an older one then.
yes, I'm guessing it'll be original when they took them out of the box and give them as an added extra.
Yeah, I'm on my battered Own Boy Squonk and on the Asgard as well. And in that, I'm on some prehistoric peach. Trying all these. I've got so many juices to go through and that. And I'm on my invisible one as well. It's not invisible tonight though, look, it's good. And I'm going to pass that straight over to JP.
Thanks, Hank. I am on the Abyss, and in that I am still vaping on Keep It 100 salts. It's the apple cider donut. As well as that, I am on the Ripley RDTA on the Aegis Legend, and in that I have got some best e-cig liquid, and it's the Captain Jack's.
That's rather black, is that?
I know, it's good. It's tasty.
Coil.
It's getting very nice, and I'll
Yeah,
pass it on to
Kyle.
Greg.
Go on,
That's
Greg.
it too.
You.
Me. Oh, well, I didn't hear what he said. Anyway, I'm on the Guar 21 with the barrage on top, as always. But in that, I've got some Amatorium Beguile, the Raspberry Donut one. And I'm on the Oxford Velocity. And in that, I found an old bottle of... Look at that label.
Look at that.
That lasted. So that's the Vintage Cola Live Lounge liquids.
Live Lounge.
Yeah.
He's a TikTok guy now,
He's,
isn't he?
he's big on TikTok now.
Yeah, he's a TikToker.
Yeah. Don't give up his day job of labeling things.
Yeah.
Pass it over to Benny.
Well, Lewis hasn't been yet, have you?
No, it's fine. I'll go last.
So, go last if you want, mate. It's fine. So I'm on the Gua 21 with the Arbor on top, and inside that I've got some of the BDV project Overture, which is lip smacking sour apple. It's nice actually for sour apple. It is sour. So it's just like one of them sucker sweets, like I said, in my review if you want to go watch it. I'm also on the box, which if you can still get it over at Market Nature Vape, it's definitely worth 30 quid. 100%. It's nice, solid and everything. And it is a borrow tank. So, and inside that I've got some, might as well use bar fuel from Hanseng, the triple mango, which is quite nice. And that's me, so I will pass it on to you, Lewis.
No, okay. So I'm on the L2. I think it's L200 Classic. I think that's what they called it. I'm not very good at this. With the Valhalla on that, I'm on my Apple and Peach. I'm then on the Asmodus with the, I think it's like V1 Dead Rabbit, like the old one. I like that one. In that I've got Fugly Yum Yum.
Oh, it's nice, it's Fugly Yum Yum. I do like that.
It's
It's
nice,
not a
you
Yum
really
Yum. It's
like
not a Yum
that.
Yum though. It's a donut.
Yeah, definitely. I've got the Exros 3 and the Exros 3 Mini. I'm on Factions, Salt, Candy Floss, and then I don't know what I'm on the other one. We'll go with Lemon Clotted Dreams. We'll go with that one. It might be that.
Might be that.
Maybe that. Maybe not. We don't know.
I've got so much like everywhere that they're just scattered. I don't know what's in it at the moment.
It's all right. It's all right. So, all right. Graham, do you want to go through chat?
I haven't got my glasses.
Wow. It looks like I'm doing it then, doesn't it? So, we've got Mr. Craig D. Welcome. We've got Mr. Hanky Panky. We've got Factions. Welcome, Lewis. We've got Billy Lee. You all right? Gonna be a lurker tonight. So, saying hello now, she says. Nikki Maynard. Welcome, Nikki. We've got Jack Hanking. Welcome. Metal Babe, good evening. Nikki Maynard, good evening. Martin Sordens, good evening. Jesus is my saviour, bless you, son. Happy St. George's Day today, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we've got? Who else we've got? Coming down. Mr. Intense. We've got Richard Kidd, welcome. What's up, peeps? We've got Mr. Mike Haynes, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Swamp Thing, good evening. Chloe Matthews, good evening. Who else we got? Coming down. Richard Kidd said. What thing was said? Mr. Nightbot is in. Tim B, good evening. Mr. Proper Coils. My guest turned up tonight. John? Sean Morris, you all right? Ben M. Good to meet you last night, mate. Good to meet you last night. Misfit Steve, you all right? And I think that is it. If I missed anyone, I don't think I have. But good
Ian
evening.
Thomas.
Ian Thomas. Oh, did I miss Ian Thomas? Good evening, Ian. Good evening.
He always comes in at the end.
And Mr.
always.
Cloudchucker. Mr. Cloudchucker, good evening. Right, so bargains this week. We have got some bargains, but I've got some special bargains for you. I'm not going to tell you what. If you are a mech head, I think you're going to like them. There's some very, very nice mechs for a very, very, very reasonable price. Very nice price. But I'm not going to tell you about them. I'm not going to tell you till after 10 o'clock. So you're going to have to wait around till after 10 o'clock to find out what the bargains are. And it's worth sticking around for. Very much worth sticking around for. So there you go. So we have got normal bargains, but I've got a special one for you. So there you go. Right. I think that's everyone. Oh, Ian's in. Good evening, Ian. Mr. Ian above the clouds. Good evening. Good evening. So we'll have a little chat to our guest. You have been a busy boy this weekend because you was on Mr. Flatcap's show on Friday night as well, weren't you? Yes.
Yeah, we've it's been a very busy weekend.
Well, you were just saying that you Salt, because if you don't know, Fraction here, they do e-liquids, but he has got a salt range coming out, and you're just telling us that you're doing quite well selling them, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, but before release date, they've definitely gone. A lot of shops have been in contact and be like, I want them before. So yeah, it's definitely gone a lot better than I thought it would.
That's good to hear, Lewis.
It is,
Good.
definitely. Everybody's saying that, what is it? Dino can't get on Dino's website. No one can get on Dino's website. So we're all just saying in there. I don't know. It's saying it's coming up on browser. No one can get in. So, and Metal Vape saying that Dripper Labs has reached its 10k bottles. So welcome to that one. That's a good one. So right, we'll get into you. So if you saw Friday's show on Flatcap, you already know how long he's been vaping. And but what I want to know is where you never mentioned, where did the name come from?
Okay, so the name come from, do you know Divergent, Insurgent, and things like that? Those films. So they have factions.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that sounds like a really good name. So the first name we ever come up with, obviously, I showed my old bottle. It says Forgotten Factions.
Yes.
Because I come up with that name. I was like, so they're never forgotten. That was the main plan. And then we changed them completely, but you know. And yeah, so I come up with factions because I like the fact of it's a group, they're groups. So like you can have fruit factions, you can have dessert factions, ice factions, and you can roll the name quite a lot. And that's literally where that name come from.
Well, at first I thought you said fractions.
Yeah, everyone says it.
Yeah.
Everyone says fractions. I'm like,
fractions.
it's not fractions. What is fractions?
Because I was typing it in and I'm like, I'm sure it's fractions. And then I looked and I'm like, it's not, it's factions. So that's why we've got Jack Black on the board doing some dodgy maths on the board with different people on, because it's different bands instead of fractions, as in a teacher doing fractions. So that's what I thought it was at first. And I'm like, I'm sure, is he saying fractions or factions?
Definitely factions.
So how long have you been trading then?
We started, I think it was February last year, but I've been giving it my all since the beginning of this year. Because I had a lot of steps where I'm like, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to give up. I'm going to give up. And my missus played a very big part in keeping me going. And like, don't give up, just do something different. So we had a very big problem with the first supplier of our e-liquids. What's not good, but every Cloud Vapes made our first range. And it took them 4 months to reply to me when I needed more stock and things like that.
Right.
And I was like, God, that's it. I'm done. I'm just going to give up. But my designer then was like, look, I've got another person we can try, and put me in contact with Carl from Exceptional Vapes. And within the 20-minute to messaging with Carl, he had all the samples ready of all the flavors for the range. And then it's just been that since. And Carl's been amazing, supportive, and been helping as much as he can. And then Deadly Fruits, I started myself. They were made because obviously I work at Dispergo as the mixologist.
Yes, well, we'll talk about that in a bit, because I do a mixing show, so you're going to have to come on there, mate, because I've seen you in chat on there.
Yeah, I was there, don't worry.
So we're definitely going to have to get you in there to sort of, not to give tips and tricks away about being in a bigger book, but how things work differently. We'll talk about that. We'll get you on there. So we'll talk about that. Right?
But so Josh has been very supportive as well, and he's like, look, I'll help you where I can. So he's given me suppliers and things like that, and he's let me use his clean room on, like, say, my lunch break or something to sort out my stuff. So it's been pretty cool, and it's growing quicker than I thought now.
Right.
I think it sounds silly, but in this 4 months of this year, I think we've sold more bottles and made more than we had the whole of last year.
So is it just you? You've just not, other than you and your lass, you haven't got a
yeah, I am the only, the whole company is mine.
Right.
But this new company that's coming out that I'll talk about, that's me and a company called Infernal E-Liquids. So we've built a distribution company, wholesaler company, and looking at hopefully opening like a brick and mortar shop and things like that.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, it's starting to get real a lot quicker than I thought it would.
No, it's good though, isn't it? It's good
Yeah.
that it's that, because obviously Graham's been there and he's done his e-liquids and that lot, but he did it all in-house because he built a clean
Yeah.
room and everything. But then it was sort of getting it out there is the hardest thing to do, is get it into shops, get it into...
See, a lot of
And I don't drive. That
yeah, he
wasn't
can't, so he couldn't go anywhere.
I
See,
can
I've
just
got people that do it for. It sounds really like horrible. So I've got like some of my promoters go into shops with their liquids that they've got and be like, "Oh, would you like to try this?" And then like hand over my phone number. They give them the price list and things like that. So all of my promotion team have been amazing, and they're all pushing it as well. But I hate calling places. Absolutely hate it. If they call me, it's fine because I have to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But if I've got to call them, I'm sat there like, what do I say?
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I've started working in the shop at work as well on weekends, is to get ready for Expo.
Yeah, so you get a bit of customer
Yeah, so
interaction.
because I'm always in the background. I have been for every company that I've worked for, and now having my own company, I'm in the background, but I need to be at the front of it as well.
Yeah,
which I'm looking forward to, but not at the same time.
Yeah, I suppose it's hard. Like, say, if you're not used to that,
Yeah,
front and center, then you know you're going to be a bit screwed out because you need to talk to people to get people out there and do it. But
yeah,
like say, Graham's been there, done that, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, pick it up. It's when you're ringing over your shops and stuff like that. I immediately pick up the phone and go, "Oh no!" I had a sticky label on my computer going, "Say this first."
yeah. I think I might have to. It's probably the best option. I'll stutter. So when I get nervous, I stutter a lot.
What?
Yeah, like that. But I get really bad. I get really bad nerves and start stuttering. And then if I'm on the phone to a shop and they're like, "Oh yeah, we really want your thing," and then they hear me going da 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 da,
yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, they probably don't want the stock now.
Yeah, but that's confidence. That comes with confidence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That you'll get used to it.
Yeah, that's what we're.
And like I say, I do. It's the hardest thing is to get your brand out there. That is the hardest thing to do, especially
it's been a big struggle.
Yeah, especially if you haven't got a distro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that can push it. Like, you know, from being at Dispergo, you need that. They've got a distro that can. Yes. Yeah. You know, and that's the hardest thing to do. Like, you know, I think a lot of people have gone that, like with Wicklicker, they're doing the same thing now, out there. We're pushing people's liquids. Yeah. And I think that were, like I say, with Graham, that were the hardest thing for you, wasn't it, mate? Getting it out there.
My job is Google AdWords, and I can't use Google AdWords. So I'm sitting there like, I can't. Something I'm really, really good at, and I know, like the back of my hand, I can't use to advertise. It was just like, why am I doing this? Why?
Yeah.
It's really, it sucks that I can't like work with the Dispergo, being obviously the brand they are. Like, they could say to one shop, like, "We've got this," and they're instantly like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
Yeah.
But because it's conflict of interest, they can't, which I fully understand, and I knew that as soon as the day I started. But the weird part about the whole thing is the way I got this job. So they were at Expo, and I went to see Sam and gave him my samples to try and get in with him. And then I think it was about 3 weeks later, I started working for them. It was really weird. A job come up and I messaged him and I was like, "Oh, I'd love to apply for it." And he was like, "That's a really good idea, because obviously you already do your things." So I got a phone call and they were like, "Oh, when could you come in for an interview?" I was like, "I'll be in tomorrow, don't worry."
Do you live far from them then? Do you live far from them?
No, I think it's 20-minute drive, half-hour drive.
Oh, that's not bad. It's about the same as Ian then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Ian lives the other way and I live the opposite. But
nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was weird how I got the job, but it was so good at the same time.
Yeah,
I remember it well as well. You know, we were all saying good luck to you and all that lot. I knew you had it in the bag anyway. I just knew it.
It's just opened a lot of more doors, but also I can see how the company works for my future company.
Yes.
Like, I can see what I need to do, where I need to be careful with, and so on.
Have you mentioned this to? I hope it's not a new thing, Ian. I hope you're not going to grass him up that he's setting up his own company.
No, he knows. Josh knows it all.
Right.
Because I asked Josh's advice for everything.
Right.
He's going to overtake Dispergo, aren't you, Lewis?
Yeah.
I'll
No,
work with Dispergo.
That's what I'm going to say. But what is nice is, like Mike was saying, is to get, because I know Dimmy was on and Phil was on the Saturday show, and they were saying they're trying to get this umbrella of companies, e-liquid companies, working together rather than in America where they're all working against each other. Whereas here, all the e-liquid companies, the smaller ones, sort of look out for each other, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
If someone hasn't got something, they're like, "I'll ring this guy," yada yada, and it all goes the same way.
Yeah.
It's not just that, because some of the smaller companies have like that hidden gem type thing, like real special juice, but if no one knows about it, it don't get out there, does it?
Yeah, but Lewis is the gem, aren't you, Lewis?
Ah, thanks.
Oh.
So the only issue is with my labels is a lot of people are like, they're not right for a shop, because obviously you've got like Fugly to say, and then you've got mine. They taste with their eyes, is what we say.
Yes, they do. Yes.
So it's really difficult to get. Some places will be like, "Oh no, I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole," and you're like, "But the thing is, you haven't tried it." Like the label, it's a bit shitty. Like, I don't think my labels are that bad. I think they're quite cool. I like them, but it's if I stuck a different label on it and got someone to try it, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's amazing," I'd be like, "Yeah, well, that's not the real one. This is." And they'll look at the label and be like, "No, it's not." I'm like, it is. But
to be fair, not a lot of them like Dispergo's ones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're not all like that. Are they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which
Well,
that, yeah.
Like that.
But even Black Rose, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Big D. He just wanted them plain simple to stand out, to sit on a shelf that they just sit,
That's why I went for black labels, because I was just looked through shelves and shelves and shelves on shops, and it was just color, and you've got to stand out in that color range.
Yeah.
That's how I just went black.
That's why
you're immediately drawn to the black hole in the thing.
That's why we don't like that. We done a half and half.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
it stands out.
People are going to see, they're going to look and they'll be like, if those two are together, they're two bottles. But when they're beside each other, it's like, oh, is there 4 different bottles there? So they have to look.
They're half the half of the colours of the fruit flavors.
Yeah, so you got apple and peach, that's apple and purple. No, that's the wrong colour. Good eyesight there.
But it's not just that. It's like when you're looking at that, you look like, oh, it's orange. And they go, I'm going to have to try that. And way through them.
It's a very strange, but the only one that's a strange flavour is our blood orange and blackcurrant. It's the weirdest one we've got.
Right. Have they got coolant in?
No.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
No, they don't. Also, Blue Frost is not cold. That's all I'm going to say, because everyone is like, because it says frost on the label, automatically, obviously, you're all going to think it's cold. There is no cold hit to it at all. There's a mellow, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a Slurpee, but it's such a blue raspberry, like, flash Slurpee that there's not enough cold in it to make it cold.
It's just subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, like you can add ice shots to it and things like that, and then you've got your cold.
Got a question from Mr. Ben. Question for Factions: do you ever have a conflict of interest when you come up with a cracking flavoured idea, but don't know to keep it for yourself or make it for Dispergo?
No, we have to. So obviously, when we're doing the mixing and things like that, we'll have lists of things that we've got to make. So we'll sit there and I'll spout out loads of different flavors and things like that. And if Josh doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. But then if I'm like, I think it would work, so I'd still make it and like see if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it, and it won't be used. But any flavors that we make, I don't copy.
Yeah.
Like the thing is we kind of both have the same concentrate people. Just I'm the step down from.
Yes.
He's like
Yeah.
he's in the big company one.
Yeah.
I'm in the little shop one, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
So all of our concentrates are completely different. But yeah, it's hard to see a flavor and you're like, oh, really good. I would love to use that. But then you always think there's so many flavors out there, like blue raspberry. There is thousands of blue raspberries. There'll always be a copy of a flavor.
Yes.
They'll never be dead the same, but there will always be a copy somewhere.
But it's hard as well that a lot of flavour, you can't help it because there's only so many flavour houses that you can use that you're going to get if you use, like your blood orange. If you use a blood orange, they use a blood orange, it's going to taste very similar anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do about that because there's only one company that'll do blood orange. JBJ, you all right, mate? You know, so that is a challenge there. So, you know, you have got that. But like I say, as long as you distinguish between companies, then it's not an issue, is it? No, but I know what you're saying.
I always say to Josh, I'm like, oh look, I want to make this flavour or something for mine. He's like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, I'm just making sure that you're fine with me making this flavour. You might have one that's close to it. He's like, no, it's fine. But I always speak to Josh before I make any of my flavours. Like I've got a whole new range apart from one flavour already made. But I haven't started label designs or anything like that. I've just got 100 bottles of each sat in my storage, like letting them steep. Yeah. So when I'm ready, that range can come out, and I've only got one flavour left to make out of it.
So what are you releasing at Expo then?
We're releasing the Nick Souls.
Right.
We have 10 flavours.
Right.
And it's there's a lot of close companies to them again, like because it's the same. It's not. Where is it from? Oh, it's from L Science. If you've ever heard of them, they're actually at Expo this year as well.
EL Science.
Yeah, that's it. So we're making them with them, and we gave exclusivity to 2 shops. Crazy Vapes up in Edinburgh, and then Green Dragon Vape Shop down in Bodmin. We were like, look, you can take the whole range, and you'll have exclusivity before Expo. So no one else has them before Expo apart from you 2 shops. So Crazy Vapes then took them, and then he messaged me. He was like, oh, they're now going to go into Foghorse.
All right,
okay, that's good because obviously they're a well-known online shop and things like that. And I was like, all right, okay, so what do you need? So then obviously they ordered theirs. Then another shop is now messaged like, look, can we get them before? And I'm like, it's good publicity for us because obviously, and it also helps the shop with sales because no one else has got them.
Yeah.
The only place you can get them is those now 4 shops technically and Expo. So we're panicking on how many Nick Salts we're actually taking to Expo.
Yeah, how many you'll have left?
Yeah, because at the moment I've only got like 20 of each, of 10 mg and 20 mg, because we haven't got 5 mg yet, because they're still working on them or something along those lines. So I'm like, oh no, I'm worried. And like short fills as well, I think we've got 50 of each now, whereas I was only going to take 25. Then people, like my promoters, are like, oh, this shop's coming to see you. I'm like, okay, great. Really excited. Shitting myself now more, but thanks.
The thing is, because you're going to be in the home zone, which if you didn't know, guys, is going to be in the home zone with everybody else that's a UK, smaller brands are going to be in there. That's the place to be if you go down to Expo. You'll see probably all of us in there. So go over and try them out. But there's going to be people coming into there. I think shops have now realised, because when I was there in October, and Danny and all that, there was shops wandering into that area to see what were going on. Yeah. Because there are more people in there than walking around the bloody expo. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
You know, so you're going to be getting a lot of people coming over and trying your stuff.
We're beside Kieran from Longboat E-Liquids, literally next to him. And then beside us, I think it's UBL. I don't even know who UBL is.
UBL, do you know last year they were right over in the corner? on their own. Did you go last year?
I was there for October.
Right. So do you know when you walked round past the bumpers
Yeah,
and you walked to the end and they had that fucking flying carpet thing,
yeah.
and then went past Hansing,
Oh, the little booth's right at the back.
right at the fucking right round the back on the corner.
Oh,
They was there. Because I walked past and I thought, no fucker's going to come round here. Yeah, no.
it's mad. Literally, I think we took the last spot in Home Zone. I saw it and I was like, look, I need to get someone else. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring two small companies together. I didn't want to do it on my own. I wanted to bring another small company into it with me so they can expand as well and get new places, new people. People can try the range. So obviously I got in contact with some. They're like, oh, look, we're not going. I was like, oh, shit. And then I was just talking to Neil randomly. He messaged me one day. He was like, oh, I really need to try your range. And I was like, oh, I need to try your range too. I was like, you going to Expo? He was like, oh, no, I can't afford it. I was like, well, do you want to do a stand together? By the time I sent that message, 2 seconds later, instantly in capital letters was yes. At that point, I was on holiday with my partner, and it was really funny. We were sat in our caravan and things like that, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give up. 20 minutes before this, I was like, I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to get there. We're not going to be there. So she was led in bed watching stuff on her phone, and she heard me run from the front room through the whole thing and jumped on the bed. She was like, what's happened? I was like, we're going to Expo. She was like, what? I was like, we're going to Expo. We've got a company coming. She's like, you're taking the piss, aren't you? I was like, I'm this excited. It's definitely happening. And so that was it.
Have you got your stand set up? What are you bringing? Or because obviously you just get a spot, don't you? You know.
Yeah. So you literally just get a shell. They call it the shell scheme. So we've got ours is technically in an L because we've got a walkway between me and Kieran.
Right.
So we're building a build station on the side that faces Kieran. So people will have stalls there, hopefully, if we can get them in time. So people can sit there. We've got TKD coils. He's sending me a load of his coils to have on there so people can sit there, build coils, have a chat, things like that. And then on the front, we've got my 6 flavors and then my 10 Nick salts. And then you've got Infernals, 5 flavors as well. But it's going to be quite a dark themed.
All right.
Yeah. Who are you using to test your vapes with?
We've got VAPES this year.
VAPES. And what devices are you using?
We've got the Gen 200s with the iTanks, and then we have the X-Ross 3 minis for the salts.
The salts, yeah. Yeah. I know Danny used them. He used the Velocity when he went last year.
I can't wait, because if she gives me all the colours that I don't have, I'll be like, hey.
Yeah. Martin's just put in a question. He says, question for you. You say your labels aren't shop friendly. Have you thought of rebranding to make yourself more marketable?
So we did rebrand once. So I really like my labels. Like, I love my labels. The thing is, I think it's because they're shiny. Like, the labels are, you know, that stupid tacky.
Yes.
Crap. Yeah, I've got that at the moment. So I think when I get them in a matte finish, it will dull it down a bit, but they'll still be bright enough.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to work. A lot of shops don't like, well, not shops, like distros don't like cartoony faces.
No, it's a gone thing, is that now? Cartoony faces.
What's really annoying, because I absolutely love the Deadly logo.
But I don't think that's that bad. I don't think that's that bad.
No. So and it's got skulls on it, and people are like, oh, here we go, skulls are back and all that. Like a couple of comments on the Vape Expo group. And I had like 6 people like, what are you on about? They look really cool. And I'm like, well, it's just so annoying that a shop's like, well, I don't want it because it looks cartoony or it looks childish. And you're like, yeah, but you don't know what it tastes like. Stop doing this.
Yeah, but it is because it's come out as we've surpassed that cartoon. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because
we've got past that stage.
Yeah, everything was cartoon. You got a thing in it, and it had a cartoon on it. It had a fucking, Simpsons on it and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? And everybody kicked off.
Yeah, you'll suddenly get labels, see compliancy come into effect. and that will just kill all the cartoons, all the everything like that. So it's, if you've got something like that, it's best to rebrand now.
Oh no!
Rather, you'll probably get a when it comes in. You'll probably get a warning.
Oh, because it's
you've got 6
advertisement
months.
to children type of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, great.
Yeah.
and it's already the website compliancy comes under the health regulations. So
Right in the
if
corner.
so, there's certain things you can't do on websites because it actually comes under health guidance.
Oh,
And virtually every site on the internet breaks that anyway. So,
So
I don't,
if you do need a
they
hand
don't
with
get any notice.
websites, we've got a website down just in the corner there that's very knowledgeable, as you can see.
Stupid.
So if anybody is in the vape business and looking for a website or help with a website, just contact Mr. Graham Net Reality.
Yeah, in about 5 months I'll be able to do something.
Yeah.
As long as you don't ask me for a bloody gateway.
Yeah, as long as you don't have asking for a gateway, because he can't fucking get one for his own site, so never mind what else. Who do you use for your gateway then? Are you for payment methods?
I got Viva Wallet. They allow it.
No, they don't. They wouldn't even. I've 3 months I've been trying to get with Viva Wallet.
Really? Mine went through straight away.
They just kept on rejecting documents. So you're a limited company.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Ah.
Sole trader versus limited company.
Paul says Graham needs compliance warning, especially number 42. Exactly, we know that. We know number 42 needs to come with a warning on that one. If you didn't know, Lewis, what we're on about, Graham has different personalities as he gets more drunker.
Right, okay.
So we start off at Graham 1, which is nice, quiet, and then we end up with Graham 42. We were starting to get up to that way last night, do you know what I mean? He gets up to Graham 42, and then you just can't talk to him because he just insults everybody.
Nice.
You went quite high last night. Were you in your 50s last night?
Last night I was all right.
That DEFCON 4.
Yeah. Babe Green Becky, all right.
It was the Saturday before when I drank a litre of whiskey. I don't know
how you lot do it. I don't.
Yeah, he does get rather drunk and then gets... you'll see him probably at Expo because he'll be drunk for 3 days.
Nice.
So if you get in the morning, you're all right. You come out at night on us, you think... So you're stopping over at Expo then, I assume?
Yeah, we're going over on the Wednesday.
Right. Are you at the premiere?
No, we're not, because it was £400+ for the premiere, and I was like, we booked there first. We were like, yeah, that's fine. We'll have to pay that, yada yada. Then my missus messaged me while I was at work. She was like, I found a hotel 9 miles down the road, and it's half the price.
All right.
I was like, what, for the same amount of time? She's like, yeah. I was like, get rid of premiere. We'll go there. I was like, I'm not paying £400 if I can get it for $230.
Oh yeah.
So
Scott found a great one. I think it was the October Expo, and it was only kind of a 10-minute walk to the Expo.
Nice.
And it was something like £90 a night.
That's not bad.
Right, yeah. Hip Hop, yes, I have been told about it, mate. Good evening anyway. Go over to Hip Hop's website, use N.U.V.S 12 for 12% off. I have been told about it. He hasn't told me about it yet, which I will message him, which I'm not going to bring up on the show, but because we don't know if it's full public knowledge yet, what's happening. So at the moment, no, we haven't mentioned anything, but probably next week I will do. But yeah, so we'll just, at the moment, I think it's on the hush-hush, but I have been told what's going on. So yeah.
That leaves everybody in suspenders.
It does, yes, you'll have to wait till yes, you'll have to wait till next week. You have to wait till next week for an update on that. Which I'll have to give him a message. Scott Wood has just bottled 48 pints of malty toffee hoppy IPA. Very nice. And apparently, Scott said, yes, Linda's is 50 quid a night, including breakfast.
I got told 60.
Yeah. All right, mate, no problem.
The beard. It's the hair price.
Yeah, Metal Vape saying a bit of a scumbag move for hotels to jack the price up for Expo. If you get it early, like if you're going next May, start looking in sort of December when the dates come out, it was
Yeah.
75 quid for the night.
That's what we done. We
Yeah.
literally, as soon as we found out the dates, we were all on holiday things like, right, let's find
Yeah.
one now.
Would you all right, mate?
Yeah,
I think the best thing about this year's expo is there's a HR expo happening at the same time, so that's going to be funny in the Premier Inn where you got HR and vapors.
It's really amazing.
That is really going to go down well.
It's going to be busy.
Yeah, you can get free Saturday, Sunday tickets. Well done. I was going to put that in, Cloud Chucker, at some point. If you do go over there and you can use complimentary in the box for £1.50 booking fee, yes, you can get free tickets for the Saturday, Sunday, if you want. Premier Inn room is 75 quid. It isn't now. It isn't now, mate. It is over £100 for the room, if you can get one. Because I did have a look and check, and it's gone up to 93, and then £10 for your breakfast, that's 103. So it is over £100 now.
That's insane. Just going up and up, doesn't it? It's so bad.
Well, they put it up. Obviously, the week before,
It
I
was cheap
looked
then.
about 2 weeks. It was still 72 quid the 2 week
Yeah.
before, and I'm going to mention it, and then I looked again, and it fucking shot up.
Didn't any of the Saturday show tell you, Bunny, that I'm sharing with you?
You're sharing with me?
Yeah, I'm sharing with you, yeah.
What, in my double bed?
Yes, as well.
Well, you're at the bottom.
I'll go nowhere near your bottom, thank you.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because, and if you like snoring, because I snore like a fucking pig.
I'll just sit there all night and watch you sleep.
Yeah. I've heard about you fucking sitting in corners watching people sleep, mate. It's a bit like Michael Jackson did with his sisters, wasn't it?
Oh.
Pop up and end at bed like that. Hello. Hip Hop says changes coming in yours this week for my canes. They'll be active and then visible. Nice. Matt, yours is £189 a night after you've finished adding your adult content. Exactly. Matt wants to saying that it costs him £160 a night. It is at the moment 93 for October. A night, I think it is, at the expo for if you're going for October. It's 93 a night.
We're hoping if May goes well, then we'll exhibit again for October. It all depends how May goes.
Well, to be fair, I think that's how everybody's going to be this year. I think because we've had a year now, we've had 2 expos. I think a lot of companies will be looking at the next year in May. Are they going? Are they not going? Are they just going over to Germany? You did have a thing earlier on. I think it were Ian. Was it Ian Tom? I'll just go back up the top, see if I can find it. It was about getting into Netherlands. If you want, and get it into Netherlands.
I'd love to get it into Netherlands. I'd love to get it out of this country. I'd love more places to have it.
Yeah, was it you, Ian, that said, Ian Thomas, that said about getting?
No, it was Martin Saunders said, question for Factions. You say your labels aren't
we had that
friendly.
one. No, we got that one. We did that one.
Hold on.
Come on, Hank, get with it.
Are you listening to the show?
There it is. Who said that?
Again.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, Tim B. If you want to get introduced in the Netherlands, I can help you out. So Tim B.
That'd be amazing.
So you may want to get in touch with him, Tim, and on which is best way to get in touch with you, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Any of them. I check them all, so
yeah, it won't be so intense. I've just looked at it was Tim B. Yeah. So yeah, get in touch with him, Tim, and see if you can sort something out and see if we can get it over there. Paul saying Germany next May, Birmingham out. Kenny saying Mech elbows for the win. So if you are a mech head, do stay tuned for after 10 o'clock. I've got some cracking bargains for you. Sod all of it. Do you know what? I'd love to go. Would you do the all of it, Lewis, if you could afford it?
it's London, isn't it?
No, that's Germany, mate. Germany.
I really want to go to the Dubai Expo, and I would love to do Germany.
Yeah, that's
It's
massive.
just the part of the awkward part also is people speaking a different language. It's
They
going
do
to be
speak English as well.
Hey,
They do speak English as well.
yeah, I know, but if you get someone come up to your stand, they speak full German, you understand no word. You're like, yes, vape juice bottle, this price, and you're like, I hope I'm talking right.
Yeah.
I hate going to another country and not having like an interpreter or something like that with me. I'll just be like, right. I don't know what you just said to me. I'm hoping it was, I would like to buy all your e-liquids off you, but it probably wasn't.
Yeah, what is it? Mike says it's Stuttgart, and Richard could say that I do like this Voltro, very smooth. Very smooth. Which has got a wobble.
That's a bit nitpicky.
It's got a fucking wobble.
It was nitpicky.
But yeah, no, I'd like to say, I think if it is, yeah, you've got a year to learn German.
I'll try.
Yeah, I do think if the May and October this year is really shite, I think a lot of people will be looking, because it's just as cheap to go over there. It is to go down to, what is it? Go down to Birmingham. Because you can get a cheap flight over to Germany, can't you? You'll pick up a cheap hotel, Premier Inn or whatever over there. You know?
That's very true.
So I do think it is. I think a lot of people are going to start thinking, if this one turns out to be shite, then I do think people will start, you know, especially the hobbyist ones that go down to see stuff will be shipping over.
Oh yeah, this year it seemed there's a lot of mods and things there this time though.
Yeah,
like the floor plan looks a lot busier than like October was last year.
It's sold out, isn't it? It's sold out.
Yeah.
140 stalls are sold out. Vaporwave put it on. Smock have just announced they're there.
Oh, Smock there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've just announced they're there. So yeah, I think because like I say, we've had a year after lockdown. You know, the first expos after lockdown, they've had a year to get their acting together now, and we understand that the pod systems and the what is it, the disposables are there. There's nothing you can do about it. They're going to be there, but I do think they need to start concentrating on getting hobbyists back in as well. You know, people who
I
do
think
buy
that's
stuff.
why they bought the Home Zone back, weren't it? It's just
Yeah.
to see if it will.
Yeah, just to see if
Push
it'll
it.
pick up. Yeah, pick it up a bit, and I think that will do. But it needs to. They need to not stick it behind the wall so you can't see what the fuck's in there.
Like what N.U.V.S has just said. There's a lot of mod companies that will be selling disposables.
Yeah, probably. Way to make a bit of money. I do you know what? We'll get some elf bars in, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, Mike is saying Vanessa and I are planning on going October and hopefully to Hall of Vape next year. Mr. Puglet, you all right? I was going to May as well. He's Mike Haynes. I don't know how many people are going. We'll do that. We'll talk about that next week about Expo, because there probably won't be one on, because there's bank holidays coming up, isn't there? Shows. Fucking that annoyed me. Coronation, we have 2 bank holidays in May. Why didn't they fuck one of the bank holidays off into June?
Exactly, yeah. All 3 of them.
Instead of sticking 3 in fucking May.
I don't mind.
No, nor do I.
No, but I do. I just think
means I'm off work.
I don't
Yeah, but
care.
At the moment,
I don't care.
at the moment, my place is doing short weeks, but I've been doing 5 days for the last few weeks. But I found out I'm not doing this coming Friday, so I've got a 4-day weekend,
Right.
and then I've got a 3-day weekend next week, the week after. So I'm laughing.
Well, it's like the Easter bank holiday. You know, on the Monday, I rang one of my clients and said, "We need to sort this," and he goes, "I'm in Blackpool. It's bank holiday. What are you doing?"
Yeah, Martin, that's what it is. It is it's a trade show. You have to remember that it is a trade show. Is the expo, you know? But on the Friday is business to business, and I think that's when they should do business to business for disposables, and then, look at maybe expanding it somewhere. I don't know what they could do the other 2 days when it's open to the public. So yeah.
They just walk around giving them out for free. Oh, here, have a disposable. I got like 6, and I'm like, in the bin. I don't use them, so I'm not gonna use them. And my partner was with me as well. So obviously, we then got double of everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, none of this is useful to me. I don't use any of this.
To be fair, I'm going to tell you, I've used them. I took them on holiday with me.
I've never. The only thing I've ever gone down to is just a pod kit. I just can't.
Yeah. Well, I took one out just for the simple reason is that if on a night out, when you're out, if I lost it, it didn't fucking matter, did it?
Yeah, that's true.
No. Graham doesn't even know what day it is. Yeah, he's got his bag packed. It's been packed since October Expo. Joey says bank holidays only for the rich. They don't help the plebs. They give you a day off. Yeah, Matt says probably look at even less stands than he did last time. And did you all get your notification?
No.
Yes, I did.
No.
It scared
No.
the absolute.
No.
No.
Did you have it isolated, or was it your company that didn't send them through? Because some of them didn't get them, did they? Some people
No, my
didn't
phone's
get them.
too old.
Ah, right, fair enough.
So it,
Oh, the
it,
3310.
it doesn't
Yeah,
get.
but he hasn't got burner phones as Graham. He's got fucking burner phones. So you didn't get one even?
That
Andy?
is true.
No.
What, the
Nothing here.
3310?
Nothing here. Me and my wife were sat there just watching telly. Nothing. No.
Oh, I got it. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh.
Yeah, both my phones went off, my business phone and everything. So I was like, right, turn that one off. That can shut up. And then my other phone went off, and I was like, shit, where's that one?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great, I've got to go find the business phone now.
Yeah. He just waits for the vape sign in the sky like Batman. That's it. That's what he's doing. It's Graham. Matt says Graham Phone still has a pull-up aerial. You're not fucking far wrong from that, mate, to be fair.
Don't know where I put it.
He's got a burner phone. Honestly, he's got burner phones.
It's an £8 Samsung.
Yeah. Right, so we're not going to do a film this week. If you didn't watch it before, we asked the audience to pick a film that we watched, put it on a wheel, and get them to pick a genre, and we can pick a genre a year and all that lot.
And this is why Billy Lee's ghosting and
yeah,
hiding.
that's probably why Billy Lee's ghosting.
That was a film, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it was a film. So we're not doing a film this week. Oh, mate. So the film we were supposed to watch was American Pie, Girls Rule.
Right.
So that's what we had to watch. The nearest thing it had to fucking American Pie was it had what's it called? Snifter, whatever it's fucking called. Stifler was the last who was related to him. Never even told you why it was related to him. Just her second name was that. And every so often it showed you a picture of a fucking pie getting eaten. That was the only nearest thing to American Pie it was. It was fucking terrible.
God.
I was watching it on the after show last night, and Benny goes, "Turn that shit off," and I did.
Bandcamp was better, and that was shitting.
Oh man, Billy Lee, I know you're laughing.
She's
there,
there,
but fuck me.
Dead woman walking.
Oh my god, it was fucking terrible from start to finish. From the start to finish, it was shit. So we'll go around for what would you give it, Graham? You didn't watch it, did you, Graham?
No, because I didn't see the show, so I didn't know what to watch.
All right. So James, did you watch it?
Yep.
What would you give it?
1.
Anki, what would you give it?
Nothing. Seriously, nothing, because it was so pants. When she fell through the window, it was just like a sack of spuds falling on the floor.
Yes,
and it wasn't
I would
even
give
her.
it a fucking 0.
What? Same as me, 0.
I think the problem is with it is that, I mean, you had Porky's, it's a similar type of idea, type of thing, a teen comedy film, but they knew when to stop. While American Pie just kept going and going and going. I mean, what's this about the 9th one now?
I don't know, mate, but it was fucking terrible. It didn't have anything to do with fucking American Pie except from the name and the picture of a fucking apple pie that popped up every now and again that were getting bits taken out of it. That's it. That's the only thing it had fucking going for it. Everything else were fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, recommendation, don't fucking watch it.
Don't even watch the trailer. I watched the trailer.
You watched it?
I watched the trailer. And, all right, then I'll just pretend I never watched this show. Don't know what the film is, and I should be able to get away with it.
How many times did you watch it, JP?
You watched it the once.
Yeah, right.
I only watched it.
No, it
And
was.
then
It was
after that, I had
pants.
to watch Step 2 to bring back to reality.
Yeah. Simple's watched Nobody Again today. Great film. Just watched Alone Again. Amazing film. From Cloud Sugar. And Never just watching Love Is Blind. Sue me. Judith, you all right, mate?
Yeah, I've just finished Picard. Picard season 3 was brilliant.
All right, well, I've never watched it. I'm not a
Really
big Star
good.
Trek fan, so
It's
not-
it was just a big homage to the Next Generation. Whole just
Right.
finished it off really, really well. A little bit corny at times, but it was really good. But Star Trek was a bit corny at times.
All the old things we used to watch and that lot were corny. You watch it now, they were corny, but they weren't back then, were they?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oops. God.
So yes, there was any chesticles in it, a little bit of chesticles in it, but yeah, it was just shit. It was just wasn't even worth fucking watching. Yeah, go watch porno, but all example, like Mike says. Do you know what I mean? If you
I
want
watched
something
Super
like
Mario Brothers.
that. I watched Super Mario Bros. Yeah, so that's not a bad film, to be fair. So right, we will do our bargains. So I did say after 10 o'clock. We'll put the little thing up. So,
Drink.
Another one.
James, are you going to share the ones that I showed
Yes,
you?
because I ain't got the link for the one you was on about.
That's not a problem. Just let me sort this out first.
Got it? Do you want it?
Not yet, he don't.
So you're looking forward to Expo then, Lewis?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Away you go then, James.
Right, we're gonna screen share.
So the first one that came in was over at EC1. It's a THC Timo sub-tank for £5. Just came in today, did that one. I think they've got it in
That was start that one.
gold or stainless steel.
Yeah.
But for a £5, I've never heard it. I don't know what coils it takes other than theirs. But for £5, I didn't think that was bad. For Thunderhead Creations for your £5. That's what you get in the box.
Yeah, it's not giving you any clues though, is it?
No, it gives you a replacement coil, a replacement glass tank, one spare part.
So that could be an O-ring.
Yeah.
Right,
So that's that. Over at Rainbow Vapes, you've got the MechLife Slatra RDA colour stainless steel for £7.99. That is what that is. So it's stainless steel, doesn't show you pictures, triple clamp style deck, honeycomb step down airflow, gold plated hex socket squant pin, supports both wire coil and mesh coil. So you can use both, whichever you want to. For £8, it's not bad. It's not bad if you want a cheap RDA. Over at Grey Haze, these are better grip tips. Over at Grey Haze, they've got the iconic RDA BF from Vandivape. £7. If you want that over at Grey Haze. It looks a little bit like the Recurve, to be fair.
That add to car button's very insistent, isn't it?
What's that, sorry?
The add to
Add to
car
car,
button
yeah,
is
yeah.
very insistent.
Yes. But that's add to cart if you want to add that. Say, look, add me to cart, fella. Add me to cart. Or you can play it on Play Live at Clama if you want to do it on there, which I don't know how much that is.
For about pound a week.
Yeah, £1 a week for 4
Yeah.
weeks. So over at Everything Vape, your experts in everything vape, I think they're up for an award of these ones. It's the Hell Vape Passage RDA. You can get it for $10.99.
$10.99.
That's older than Pugs. That's why it's only £7. That's all why it's only £7. Don't forget to come back. That's what I see at top saying. EC Gun, don't forget to come back. There's someone here waiting for you, pal. I'm here. I want you.
They're absolutely terrible. If you drop something in the cart, even though you're not signed in with eSig1, if you actually bought anything from them or you're signed up for the newsletter, they record your IP address and will message you that you've got something left in your cart and you haven't even signed in.
Oh,
So this is £10.99 if you want it. I don't think that's bad for the price. And that is your bargains, right? Have they got the back passage? No, that's the front passage. Right, what I will do now is I will drop James a link in. So this is on your marks, get set, go sort of thing. This is for all you mech heads. Just let me find it now. I've got to find you. Wait a second. Right.
I cut my passage of them as Dark Alley with Graham. Yes.
Right. So I have found some bargains for Immortal mods. Are you ready? Steady? Because I know you're all going to fuck off and go and have a look now. James, there you go. Bring that up, son. Bring that up, son.
You know you're sharing your screen, right?
I know I'm shared. That's why I just showed it off right quick.
Yeah.
I was looking. I was like, wait, we're not on the screen. What's happened?
Share. That's all you have.
Share the screen. There you go.
You're only having the 18
18.
variation.
Yes. Right, so the Blue Ocean Resin Atom by Immortal Mods, £50. Go back to the go back to the page. If you go back, take it back, James. Take it back to devices. Mechanical mods. There you go. Here we go then. So you've got the Doom Diamond Brass mod by Immortal Mods, £50. Go down. You've got the Doom X-Coated Kit B2 Apocalypse by Immortal Mods for £80. Scroll down. Keep loading. Keep loading. Go down. There you go. You've got the OG Black White Camo Blue 21700, £50. Black White Red Camo, £50. Yellow Camo, £50. Camo Blue 21700, £50. £50 for the red. Project Ion MK1 Mechanical Mod, £80. Scroll down. You've got the Purple Resin Passion for £50.
That purple one looks nice.
So there you go.
That looks nice.
So where's the website? I will put it into here for you. You ready? Go. Away you go. Because I know you're going to all fuck off and have a look now. So you might as well bring us back now, James.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. See ya. Love yous. Love yous. £50 for Immortal Mods. There you go. £80 for the full kit.
Kenny sitting there like that going, can't buy, must not buy. Oh, a mech head.
Chloe says blue one looks like a dildo. Nemesis waiting for a proper Benny bargain, like a stubby for £20 or something. I'm doing my best, mate. I'm getting your mechs for 50. Jesus. Judy says he got his for 150 quid. That's what they were. £50. I can't do better than that for you. At all. Has everybody fucked off now?
No. I think about 2 people. That's it.
All right, that's all right.
2 people, it's fine.
Matt says he went through that site a couple of weeks back. I resisted. But I found it over there and I'm just like, 50 quid for Immortal you can't go wrong for that because they're out of business now. They don't no longer exist. So that's why they've obviously selling them off cheap, like they did with Purge and that.
Have
Like
you
Purge
have you
one.
bought one, Benny?
No, I'm not a mech person, to be honest with you, mate.
No.
There's no point me buying it because I'll never use it. To be honest with you, it'll be sat on a shelf.
Like mine are.
Yeah.
Do it, Kenny.
Do you use mechs then? Was you a mech person or?
I used to use like the old. I've got the hatchet that I don't even know. Never knew it existed.
All right.
But got a hatchet. I used to use the AV stacked. Don't really use that anymore. I've got the Tauren that I've never known of in my life. I got sent that one from a mate. They come with the RDA and everything. I think I use it for about a week. Then it's
Mine
on my shelf.
are just sat there, just gathering dust.
Yeah. I got a cherry bomber as well. That I don't use.
Cherry Bomber, be careful with that fucker.
I've got 3.
See, mine's been
No idea who they are by what they
Has it
are.
been modified?
yeah, it's got screens on it, wattage
Ah,
inside
right.
it, and things. So it's not a genuine one.
Right, because I'm going to say Cherry Bomber was it arced.
Does that count?
The fuse, you got the fuse. Fucking disco lights. Mixed
I won that.
resisted.
I won that on a show where they said guess the weight. So I typed in into Google the
What way it was.
What weight?
Have you used it, Graham?
My kids have just
no.
bought the Atom. There you go.
Well, I
He's just
put-
bought the Atom. I knew he'd get one.
Don't trust myself with them.
Put it on. It's a semi-mech. Is that fuse?
Yeah, still no.
It's not a mech. It's a semi-mech. It's got a chip in it.
Semi-mech.
Like putting a dildo in your mouth.
So,
That's it. What is it? Paul, I can tell you someone if you don't, if someone will have his name on the toucher if you want to get rid of it. Was Mike? He likes Mick. Judith. He likes what is it? He likes the
Not that I
toucher.
know what it's like putting a dildo in your mouth.
We're going to ask that, Graham. We're going to say that.
and what's Craig getting?
The best bargain in the vape game. Watch this space, sons. Probably something for free. You fucking free shit hunter. Do you know, all this time he's been giving shit to people for free shit hunting. Fucking he's there.
Yeah.
Fucking now he's in game.
I missed screenshot of that, Graham.
Yeah.
I missed screenshot on your elbow.
Good. I don't want to be accused of copying Kenny.
Exactly. So, Lewis, so back to your company. Where are you going to be seeing where it goes then? What's your big plan? So you haven't told us about this big plan that you've got coming up with the company, really.
So the big plan is to open a shop, also get a unit/warehouse, and open up a full distribution company and things like that. But I don't want to take on all the big brands constantly. The plan for the company is pull all small brands in and sell them to shops, not have all these big companies everywhere that every shop has got stock of. And then you're fighting with them to try and beat the other person what they're selling them for. So our plan is to get as many small companies into us than anything else.
Right.
So yeah, that's the big plan is to open a distribution company and just help all the little brands out, because I know where it starts and I know how difficult it is, and that is our big plan, is just to help them all.
So
give them
have you?
that blanket.
Yeah. So is that going to be where you can sort of go out and take them to different wholesalers shops? You're going to be like an wholesale.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And then we're also going to be making ranges for people as well.
All right, is that what you're planning on doing? Is it going to be
Yeah, so I'll have a full
bottling
we'll
facility,
have a lab
basically?
and everything.
Right.
And yeah, that's our plan, is to be able to make ranges for other companies, other little shops and things like that. And that's our big push.
But like I say, that would be nice for you, obviously, because you're in with Dispergo already. Wicklicker do the same sort of thing. And that's where, like say, where they were on about getting this umbrella of companies, which might be worth talking to Dimmy
Yes.
down at Expo, you know, sort of getting it in, and then you've got a way into Europe then, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? You know, if that, because I don't know what the plan with that is, whether they're just going to get the bigger stuff in, because I know he's doing Jam Monster, I think he was saying.
Oh, really?
That's who he's working with, Jam Monster, to do their European distribution.
Yeah, he tells you all about it on the Saturday show, didn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, if you watch a Saturday show that he was on, he tells you all about what his plans are and everything.
I would definitely have to rewatch that.
Was it 3 or 4 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying that over in America, it were all he tried to do it over there, but they were all like, vape bros, no, bro, we're all right. We don't need all that, bro. We're all against each other. We don't want to be joining together. And it's like, look where it's got you now.
Yeah, you're all fighting each other to get sales in.
Yeah, and if you just sort of stuck together, we might have been able to fight this fucking better than getting shit on in America. You know, so which is right. If they'd have all clubbed together, they could have probably put a fucking fight plan in and not be like what it is now over there. So that's the plan for Europe. That's what he's planning for Europe.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So,
really
like I said, I don't know what he's. You might have to just talk to him. Don't talk to him. Go over and have a word with him and Phil. While you're there.
Don't ignore him.
If he's on his phone, go over and talk to him. If he's on his phone, you're allowed to go talk to him when they're on the phone.
Just don't ignore him. And
yeah, don't call him ignorant like I did.
And then walk across. Go. I've been snubbed.
I've been snubbed. Snubbed me. So is that your long plan term for it then?
Yeah, the long plan is to just build a distro company and just
Is that within the next year or 2 years, or have you got a business plan in place?
It's not the day after
really,
Expo.
It's
day after Expo, yeah.
It's wherever it goes at the moment.
Right.
Can I just quickly ask Lewis, who does your site?
Shopify.
No, who puts all the stuff on there from that lot?
Me.
No, I was just asking, that's all.
We've got I had to get an IT bloke in because we've now become a full online shop.
Yeah, I see it.
So when they put all the products on there for us, and they didn't put them in any categories or anything. They just made one big category saying vaping products. And there's like 4,000 products. And I was like, great, cheers for that. Now how's people going to find everything?
Well, really, that's why you need a person like Graham.
Well, that's how I started vaping, because of Bobo. Bobo asked me to do a website for his vape shop, and I didn't even know about vaping. So I did a load of research about categories, where to put them, what different things. So I really got to know what the products were, and then just thought, hang on, I can give up smoking. And that's how I got into vaping. And I never saw a vape shop going down the road until I got into vaping, and then I saw them everywhere.
Oh yeah, they
They
popped
are
up.
sprouting everywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot.
No, they were there. They were always there. I just never noticed them.
You don't until you're like doing it. You're like, oh, I'd really like to go into a vape shop, and then suddenly, because you're wanting to see them, they're everywhere. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Well, that's there.
And then you're outside pubs that everybody's vaping.
Yeah.
Never noticed before. Just
I bet you
those funny smells.
I bet you was the type of the smoker that weren't going, no, look at those fucking mucky bastards, fucking clouds all over the place.
No, I didn't even know they were there.
You don't go out of fucking house.
All big burly blokes outside the pub, all with their flashing lights.
Better like cupcakes.
Yeah. What's that strawberry smell?
It's just that really big tattooed bloke with a bald head over there. He's vaping cupcake.
Grady says, Bobo's the Jesus Sons. Where did Bobo go? He's out of the game totally, mate. He's totally out of the vaping scene. He doesn't do anything vaping now. He closed the shop down just after during lockdown, wasn't it? So, yeah. Mike, if you... Nightbot is putting it in Faction. If someone wants to drop the link in to Factions, One of you drop it in.
I will explain. There is a deal on at the moment.
All right, yeah, go on.
It is 2 for 20 on the Deadly range and the Factions range, and if you order more than 3 bottles, if a VapeResso product gets added to it for free. And
There you go.
I think we have about 5 or 6 mods left. They range from the swag kits to
Beat your JP.
the Target 100s to the Target 200s. We have a bit of a selection. Anna was very nice to help us with that.
So yeah, so if you buy more than 3, is it?
Yeah. It's
Buy
3
more
or
than 3
more.
bottles, 3 or more bottles, and you get a little extra goodie thrown in from VapeResso.
And everything's being sent out tomorrow. I've got loads to friggin' pack. What's quite cool.
Judy says, is he still vaping? Don't know, mate. I've not talked to Bo. We got him in
Yeah,
the
he
show
is
thing.
still
He's still
vaping.
vaping. But we've not seen him for ages. Matt Vapes, first thoughts when vaping came on the scene was they're sucking on a USB stick.
That's amazing. That's a good one. My friends used to call it robococks. That's what we sucking on a robocock. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's so silly when I was smoking. And then all of our mates went out and everything, and I just started vaping, and I'd come out, and I was like shy to vape because I knew that all I was gonna get is, why are you sucking a robot's cock? I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be healthier here.
Yeah, trying to be healthier. If you do want to see something funny, go over to is it Talk TV or something with Jeremy Kyle? He's not Jeremy Kyle. Jeremy, what's he called? Him that used to do fucking TV.
Jeremy Beadle.
No, not Jeremy fucking Beadle.
I was
He's only got a
joking because you
little
said
hand.
Jeremy Kyle.
No, it's the other Jeremy, him that used to do the
Jeremy Clarkson.
No, not Jeremy Clarkson either. The interviewer, what's he called? He used to do fucking. Oh,
You're never going to get it with him shouting.
I'm not gonna get
His
it with
house.
him, fucking. He used to do. He used to be just like he went on ITV, and he used to get all scrubbers in. What's he fucking called? Anyway, Jeremy Beasley. Jeremy Beasley, fucking no. Fucking, fuck me. Jeremy Renner. Fuck yous. Dom Jolly did one. No.
It's because you said
Jeremy
Kyle.
Beagle, not Jeremy Kyle. Jeremy.
You said Kyle.
Not Jeremy Kyle, not Jeremy Clarkson. Fucking not Jeremy Beadle either, you fuckers. Not Jenny Springer. No, it's not. Not Ron Jeremy. He's in prison. Anyway, he had John Dunn on, the head of UK. Not Jeremy Corbyn either. He had John Dunn on, and one of his Jeremy Thorpe. I don't know who Jeremy fucking Thorpe is. Not Jenny Springer. No. He had John Dunn on, and one of it. Not Jeffrey Einstein. No, not Jeremy Beadle. Come on, fucking. He had him on, and one of his. Jeremy, what you call him? That's him. Yeah, Paxman, not Jeremy Paxman. No, either. It's not Michael Fake. No, it's not that either. It's not Paxman. He had him on, and one of his questions was: you're sucking on an e-cig, and you're drinking in. You've got no filter on it, and you're drinking down pure nicotine. So he shot that down. But yeah, he did say on his tweet it one of the shittest interviews he'd been on. Thank you for having me on, but one of the shittest ones I've had. Not Jeremy Bakewell or Jenny, not from Tom and Jenny, no. Not Jeremy Clarkson, no. Not Jeremy Epstein, no.
You started something, you should have said it proper first time.
I don't know, I can't remember his name. I thought someone would be able to help me out, do you know what I mean? Not Tom and Jerry, not Richard Hammond. None of them. I don't know, but it's on Talk TV or whatever it's called anyway. So yeah, so go over and watch that. Anyway, we are coming up to that time. We will go round and say our goodbyes. We will start with Mr. Hanky Panky.
All right, thank you very much, cast. And are we going to carry on doing the films?
Jeremy Vine, that's it, Jeremy Vine.
The one that sits at one end and she sits at the other end.
Yes, Jeremy Vine, that's the one. There you go, not Jennifer on the block.
Who helped you? Nevins.
Nevins.
Nice one, Nevins. Yeah, goodbye, everybody, and thank you for the chat. And we shall be back next week. Thank you very much, JP. Lewis, good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you for a while. Benny, much love. Graham, much love. And I'll talk to you after the show. And I'm going to pass it over to Lewis.
Ah, cheers, mate. Thank you for letting me come on. Thank you for everyone for the conversation and also the questions about the company. Hopefully, I'll see quite a few of you at Expo. Make sure to pop over to the Home Zone. We will be there. I will be shivering and crying in the corner, scared to talk to people, but I will be there. But yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Lewis. You're welcome. And I wish you all the luck for your site and your company.
Your sound's gone.
Whose?
Lewis's.
I'll say goodbye then. Bye.
Yeah.
Go on, JP.
Thanks for joining us, and I hope for the best for you going forward. People in chat, you're all stars, and I'll see you over on the next one, and I'll pass it over to the boss, Mr. Benny Vapes.
I've already been.
You're not the boss, you're the bitch.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, and Jeremy. Thank you very much, thank you for all Jeremys in chat for joining in tonight, and thank you. So thank you everybody in chat. It's been absolutely fantastic. Do go over, if you are going to Expo, do go over to Lewis's Factions and see what he's got on there. Do go over his website and check him out there. Check out his website and do have a look and try some of his e-liquids and try some of his Nick salts when they come out next year in May. Do catch us next week at the same time, same place. Do come and watch us on the UK Liquid Mixing Show on Wednesday night. Do go over and see everybody. You've got a fun packed week this week. You've got loads of people on. Go over to Proper Calls where you can get proper points, proper things, and proper people over at Proper Show on a Friday night. Do go over to Hip Hop Juice and check out his site and use N.U.V.S 10 for 12% off, I think it is. And we'll keep you updated on and we'll let you know more next week on clarkcartel.co.uk.
Oh, so don't forget, on Proper Calls, we've got a special guest next week.
Green.
We've got Sophie Vapes.
Oh, you got Sophie Vapes? Is that another one that won't turn up?
Yeah.
So, Lewis, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I hope everything goes well. We will see you at Expo. I'll pop in and see you down at Expo, and we will get you back on after Expo just to see what your experience was like. So when you come back, we'll get you on and just see how it's gone. We will think that. So good luck with everything. You're also on a show on is it a Wednesday night, Tuesday night? Thursday night he's on Hanky's old show. He's on the Asylum on a Thursday night, so go join him over there. So thank you very much, and I will see you all next week with these rascals. Good night.
Water.